possession. It's the old oaken bucket that I heard of a coach who won it for the first time and slept with it that night. From Bloomington to West Lafayette, the fans look to have their say in this in-state showdown. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Boilermakers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So Indiana's offense will get the ball first. The Hoosiers had no problem as they ran away from the Boilermakers the last time they met.
And that was a game Purdue fans want to forget. They made way too many mental errors in that one. It really was Purdue.
And I guess Purdue needs to produce today if Purdue wants to do something special.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And they'll start the night with a rush and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
The RPO, it's complete. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Delivers the stiff arm. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
And the Hoosiers are rolling down the field. They'll run the counter. Inside the 30. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap one space.
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Hoosiers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The offense changing the play. Straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Finding an escape route. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. This rivalry dates back to 1891, and you want to know how important the old Oaken bucket is? When Lee Corso won it for the first time, he slept with the bucket.
There are NFL players that don't sleep with the Lombardi trophy, so that just shows you how important this trophy is to these two teams.
Well, it shows you how awesome Lee Corso is, too, because he's also the guy that, when he had a lead on Ohio State, called a timeout, brought all of his players on the field, and took a picture in front of it saying Indiana was beating Ohio State.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's a bang-bang play. You're running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Pierre.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Boilermakers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. Oh, better look out! Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And the Boilermakers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
He'll keep it himself. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Purdue! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up it.
Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle, safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to linebackers and big defensive players. You get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds and complete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The old Oaken bucket dates all the way back to 1925, but the rivalry itself goes back even further, 1891. Alumni associations from both sides decided what's the perfect, most suitable trophy? Well, of course, an Oaken bucket.
Yeah, of course, a bucket. A bucket's the perfect reason and the perfect thing to fight for. What are you going to win today? I'm going to win a bucket. No, but I mean, I think the history of it's cool.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Defense not showing press coverage. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Indiana!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can...
There he goes! Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Boilermakers in a good spot here with second and short. Running back searching for a hole. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys, as a quarterback, you find it.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? They'll run it to the right. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field. And he's going to bring this one out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. Power football with the run. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, 1st down and more. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's Cobb. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. And the Hoosiers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Worley. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They'll immediately call timeout. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Snap in the shotgun. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Quick strike through the air for the score. I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent. The Hoosiers will kick it away to start the second half. Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. And the Boilermakers Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The sure hands, it's Pierre.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
They'll give it to him again. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Pierre. He's got it up. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. The Boilermakers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the score. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. At midfield, he's got room. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. And the Hoosiers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of... Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! The Hoosiers are taking control of this game against the Boilers.
IU speeding away now. You can feel the momentum shifting towards Indiana's sideline. Purdue's got to do something now to get some of that back.
Oh, they can feel the bucket in their hands already. The rivalry game, they've done a great job handling their emotion, taking the lead. Now they just got to finish.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like,
picked off, what a play to set him up.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Going to the running game. Discards him with the stiff arm. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and complete.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And the stomping has commenced. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Picks up 9, and that's good enough for a first down.
Here's the handoff. Picks up the first down, still moving. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. From the gun, running back on the move. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here we go. They'll leave it with him. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Ncaa. Hard running there. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the back in the middle. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He's going for the big play. Makes the grab right down the middle. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Purdue! Quick strike through the air for the score. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't. And keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Hoosiers looking to convert on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Tight end now in motion. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Hoosiers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The give on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bobbles him up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
56, Purdue, 24.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting.
Breaks into the open. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
The Boilermakers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Got a man. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. This time around, the old Oaken Bucket will spend the year in Bloomington as Indiana beats Purdue. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.